Ferrari versus Lamborghini. Now, Ferruccio Lamborghini, a successful tractor manufacturer, owned a Ferrari but couldn't stand its faulty clutch, so he decided to confront Enzo Ferrari himself. But Enzo, famous for his arrogance, brushed him off and basically said, "If you think you can do better, build your own car." And that challenge lit a fire in Ferruccio. He went back to his workshop determined to prove Enzo wrong, and that's how Automobili Lamborghini was born. What started as a personal feud turned into one of the greatest rivalries in automotive history, pushing both brands to create faster, wilder, and more iconic supercars than ever before. Hey, just before we continue our video, be sure you hit that subscribe button to our channel for more great videos like this. Ford versus Ferrari. In the early 1960s, Ford wanted to boost its reputation beyond mass production and into racing glory. Meanwhile, Ferrari was dominating European races but struggling with its road car business. Enzo Ferrari, ever the strategist, dangled a deal in front of Henry Ford II, only to pull out at the last second to get a better offer from Fiat. That move infuriated Ford, who took it as a personal challenge. Determined to strike back, he poured millions into building a race car capable of destroying Ferrari. Partnering with British team Lola, Ford created the legendary GT40, which went on to win 3 consecutive Le Mans titles, ending Ferrari's reign and rewriting racing history forever. BMW versus Mercedes. The rivalry between Mercedes-Benz and BMW is nothing short of legendary. Mercedes stands as the seasoned veteran, steeped in heritage and luxury, while BMW brings the fire of a younger challenger, bold, ambitious, and eager to prove itself. For decades, BMW has been chasing Mercedes' prestige, fine-tuning its 3, 5, and 7 series to rival the legend. Their competition spills far beyond showrooms, raging on racetracks like the German Touring Car Championship, where they've been trading blows for years. And then came the chaos of Le Mans in 1999. BMW claimed victory, but Mercedes stole the spotlight for all the wrong reasons when its unstable CLR flipped through the air multiple times on live TV. Ford Mustang versus Chevrolet Camaro. When it comes to American muscle legends, the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro are in a class of their own. Both have dominated racetracks, lit up movie screens, and roared with that unmistakable V8 power. Sure, each brand has had its missteps. The 70s Mustang II and 80s Iron Duke Camaro come to mind, but their modern versions are pure fire. On paper, the 2020 Mustang edges out with 760 horsepower versus the Camaro 650. But here's the twist. The lighter Camaro actually hits 62 miles per hour slightly quicker. And when it comes to value, the Camaro steals the show, coming in nearly $20,000 cheaper while keeping pace and performance. Audi versus BMW. When Audi introduced the Quattro all-wheel drive system in 1980, it completely changed the game. This wasn't just a new feature. It was a revolution built on grip, control, and confidence in any condition. Audi's focus on all-wheel drive soon paid off, leading to domination in endurance racing, especially at Le Mans, where that Quattro grip proved unstoppable. Meanwhile, BMW stuck to its roots with rear-wheel drive, chasing a different kind of thrill, the pure connection between driver and machine. Their philosophy birthed legends from the M division, cars that embody precision and engagement. Audi versus Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz never imagined people would crave a family wagon packed with a monster engine, but Audi proved them wrong. The RS6 Avant, tracing its roots back to the iconic RS2 Avant of 1994, showed the world that wagons could be both wild and practical. Mercedes had to respond, and in 2007, the E63 wagon roared onto the scene. Fast forward over a decade, and the RS6 Avant and E63 are locked in a fierce 600 horsepower battle, each bringing brutal speed and daily usability. Then, in 2019, Audi shook things up again by bringing the RS6 Avant to America, ending AMG's dominance and sparking a new chapter in this high-speed wagon war. Subaru versus Mitsubishi. The legendary Subaru versus Mitsubishi rivalry truly caught fire in the early 1990s when Subaru stepped up as a real threat in the World Rally Championship. What made their feud so iconic wasn't just the fierce competition on rally stages across deserts and forests, it was how that battle spilled onto the streets. Rally rules required both brands to sell street versions of their race cars, leading to the birth of legends like the Subaru Impreza, WRX STI, and Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Fans could suddenly buy a slice of rally glory for themselves. Neither car was ever clearly superior, but that perfect balance only fueled the rivalry, making it one of the most thrilling in motorsport history. Ford versus Chevrolet trucks. America's love affair with the Ford F-Series is nothing short of legendary. For 43 straight years, it's been the best-selling pickup in the country, and for 38 of those, it's ruled as the top-selling vehicle overall. Chevrolet has tried for decades to dethrone it with the Silverado, but Ford keeps holding strong, selling nearly 900,000 F-Series trucks in 2019 alone. While the lineup includes heavy-duty models like the Ford F550, the spotlight always shines brightest on the F150. But here's the twist. Ford's biggest challenge might not be Chevy anymore. In 2019, Ram trucks surged past the Silverado with an 18% sales jump, making the Ford versus Ram showdown the new battle to watch. Jeep versus Land Rover. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer and the original Land Rover Range Rover weren't meant to be rivals. They came from different worlds and eras. But by the late 1980s, fate had other plans. As luxury met off-road adventure, America fell in love with SUVs that could do both, and suddenly, these two icons found themselves in the same lane. Their designs might have been aging, but they hit the sweet spot of what drivers wanted. The rivalry faded in the 90s when Range Rover went upscale and Jeep pivoted to the Grand Cherokee. Now, decades later, Jeep is reviving the Grand Wagoneer, ready to face Range Rover again on the global luxury stage. Porsche versus Ferrari. When Porsche unleashed the 917 in 1969, it completely flipped the racing world on its head. This monster, powered by a flat 12 engine, could blast past 200 miles an hour and mark the dawn of a new era in endurance racing. Ferrari wasn't about to sit back. They fired back with the 512, a car that looked equally fierce on paper. But once the engines roared at Le Mans and other world events, the cracks started to show. The Ferrari struggled with reliability, while Porsche's 917 proved unstoppable, fast, cool under pressure, and built to win. In the end, Ferrari's 512 became less a champion and more a legendary what-if in racing history. McLaren versus Ferrari. The rivalry between McLaren and Ferrari is the stuff of Formula One legend. For over 4 decades, these two powerhouses have gone head-to-head, delivering some of the fiercest battles the sport has ever seen. For years, it seemed like they were just trading world championships back and forth, dominating the grid until Red Bull crashed the party in recent seasons. But the real drama? Well, that went down in the early 90s. That's when Ayrton Senna, racing for McLaren, clashed with Alain Prost, who had jumped to Ferrari. Their on-track duels were pure chaos, fast, fiery, and so intense that sportsmanship basically flew straight out the window. Honda Civic versus Toyota Corolla. In Canada, the Honda Civic has been the undisputed champ for 17 straight years, ruling the compact car scene like a boss. But when the stage widens to the whole world, the Toyota Corolla steps in and takes the crown with ease. The Corolla's global success has shaped Toyota's rock-solid reputation, while the Civic has done the same for Honda. These two cars are the heartbeat of their brands, the foundation that even spawned hits like the RAV4 and CR-V. Sure, plenty of newcomers have tried to shake things up, but at the end of the day, the Civic and Corolla remain the blueprint for what a compact car truly is. Toyota versus Nissan. For decades, the Toyota Camry and Nissan Altima have been locked in a fierce battle for mid-size sedan supremacy. Both built their names on rock-solid reliability and global dominance, showing up in driveways all around the world. Yet Toyota has consistently managed to stay one step ahead, holding a bigger slice of the market and proving the undeniable power of the Camry badge. But when Japan decided to flex its muscles in the high-performance world, the game changed completely. The Nissan GT-R and Lexus LFA stepped onto the scene like legends in motion, taking on exotic supercars and proving Japan could not only compete, but dominate. Ford versus Holden. In Australia, car culture boils down to one burning question: Ford or Holden? It's more than a preference, it's a badge of pride. For decades, fans from both sides have gone head-to-head, especially during the legendary Bathurst 1000, where over 200,000 spectators packed the track just to see if a roaring Holden Commodore can outgun a Ford Falcon. The energy is wild. Cheers, rival chants, and maybe a few beers, fueling the passion. But in 2020, the roar dimmed a little when GM announced the end of Holden production, closing a defining chapter in Australian motorsport history. And Tesla versus everyone else. Back in 2006, when Tesla dropped the Roadster, a sporty little thing built off the Lotus Elise, nobody really thought they'd last. The car industry had seen plenty of ambitious startups crash and burn, and Tesla looked like it'd be next. But then came 2012, and everything flipped. The Model S hit the streets, Tesla's first fully in-house creation, and it shook the entire luxury car scene. For years, they ran the electric show with no real challengers. Porsche didn't even roll out the Taycan until 2019. Now, though, the rest of the auto world is wide awake, with everyone from Ford to Mercedes throwing electric punches straight at Tesla's once comfortable throne. Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on those post notifications so you always stay updated with all our latest content.